think Emma said something earlier about the what are the crypto folks doing right now with this collapse. And what I think is interesting is that I honestly I don't know. So I don't know what Reggie Middleton is claiming, and or in particular, or the gentleman of crypto. I would encourage folks to go watch our debates on that. I'll put the links in the description below, or they're on our channel. If but what I have seen a lot on, for instance, just on Twitter and some of the YouTube spaces are people advocating for calm, for buy the dip. That is buy as the prices are going low, so you can get back up there. So you buy low, sell high later, and so there are people advocating that you not lose hope and all this and whatnot. But I'm not getting into that this morning, but I did see this story from the other day that I thought was interesting, and just wanted to come back to, because again, part of the argument of the cryptogandists is that, again, there's anonymity, there's anonymity, but yet everything is public because of the blockchain. There's wealth creation, possibilities because everything being public and yet protected, makes it harder for people to get ripped off, and so on and so on and so on. And then, of course, they argue for decentralization and a way to get away from the federal governments and from banks. And yet, as we see here, a former employee of NFT marketplace charged in first ever digital asset insider trading scheme. The long story short, the Southern District of New York filed charges against Nathaniel Chastain, a former product manager at Ozone Networks, Inc., which DBA or does business as OpenSea, with wire fraud and money laundering in connection with a scheme to commit insider trading in non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, by using confidential information about what NFTs were going to be featured on OpenSea's homepage for personal financial gain. Of course, OpenSea is the dominant platform and exchange, the centralized exchange location for trading NFTs, who makes money off of every trade of NFTs. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said NFTs might be new, but this type of criminal scheme is not. So again, not that I want to be in agreement with the state and with prosecutors, etc., but I am in agreement to have been advocating all along that none of this is new. And what they're trying to do in all of this blockchain and NFT and crypto space is rebrand old capitalist, and as it's directed at us, old black capitalist arguments for why we don't need political power and why we just need to get our money right. And it's nothing new. And all of the old crimes and schemes, it's just a Ponzi scheme, a hustle, a greater fool theory, whatever you want to call it. All of the hustles combined that have ever existed exist in these spaces. In this case, as alleged, Chastain launched the age-old scheme to commit insider trading by using his knowledge of confidential information to purchase dozens of NFTs in advance of them being featured on OpenSea's homepage. This case concerns insider trading in NFTs on OpenSea, the largest online marketplace for the purchase and sale of NFTs. As part of his employment, Chastain was responsible for selecting NFTs to be featured on OpenSea's homepage. OpenSea kept confidential the identity of featured NFTs until they appeared on its homepage. After an NFT was featured on OpenSea's homepage, the price buyers were willing to pay for that NFT and for other NFTs made by the same NFT creator typically increased substantially. From at least in or about June 2021 to at least in or about September 2021, Chastain used OpenSea's confidential business information about what NFTs were going to be featured on its homepage to secretly purchase dozens of NFTs shortly before they were featured. After those NFTs were featured on OpenSea, Chastain sold them at profits of 2 to 5 times his initial purchase price. To conceal the fraud, Chastain conducted these purchases and sales using anonymous digital currency wallets and anonymous accounts on OpenSea. He is being charged with wire fraud and one count of wire fraud and one count of money laundering. So very old schemes and hustles, rebranded in new, with the new technology and new freedom, liberation giving spaces of cryptocurrency. So